Okay. Now, we've got all that done, so we will go with our first speaker. And the first speech is Research Your Topic. And the title is Understanding Dollar Cost Averaging. Sounds serious research. And Dave is going to give us a briefing on that. Thank you, Dave.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster, fellow members. With this unpredictable and very volatile economic time, all I see are people just watching the roller coaster ride of the stock market and just daily, and they're just driving themselves crazy. I hear people talking about how much the market's gone down, how much their investments are going down the toilet. I hear about people worrying about their retirement and wondering if they're even going to be able to retire. I see more people saving money, but because of their fear in the stock market, I see people putting their investments in super conservative investments that aren't even keeping pace with inflation. So if you can relate to any of this, I hope that by the time I explain this to you, this concept, dollar cost averaging, maybe you'll be able to just sleep better at night. So what I hope to accomplish is to help you think a different way about the unpredictable ups and downs in the stock market, and hopefully it'll be a positive change of thinking. So let's get started. What exactly is dollar cost averaging? Well, it's simply investing a fixed amount of money at regular times, at regular intervals over a period of time. And I want to demonstrate this to you visually by showing you two fictitious investors named Jack and Jill. And what they're going to do is they're going to invest $100 per month, and we're going to go for the period of 1 year, because you see this is from January all the way to December. We're just going to see how they do over 1 year. So we'll start off with Jack. With his $100 the first month, he invests in a fund that's, the share price is $12 a share. The next month it goes up a little bit, and then it goes up a little bit again, and just like clockwork, it just keeps going up and up, and Jack's getting pretty excited. It ends up being $17.54 a share. So Jack's pretty excited because he knows that even the shares he bought down here at $12 are all worth $17.54. He's pretty excited about the 46% increase. And this is a classic example of just steady market growth. So now let's look at what Jill did. Jill, on her first month, she also bought a fund that was $12 a share, but the next month it drastically dropped down to $8 a share. And then it even dropped again at $6 a share. But then it went up again, then it went down again, and then it went down again. And probably at this point, a lot of people will probably be bailing out, getting out of that account. But Jill's going to hang in there for this example. Well, it ends up going up a little bit again, and then up again, and then back down again, and then back up again, and then it actually ends exactly where she started. Now she's pretty excited that she's out of the negative, but she's not really that excited because it's pretty much a 0% increase. So does this look kind of familiar? This looks sort of like today's stock market, all these ups and downs. What we call that is a volatile market. So if we just look at these two lines, this green line and this blue line, what do you think most people would choose? Most people probably choose the steady growth, don't you think? Well, let's go a little bit further and see if that actually is the right decision. So Jack was spending $100 a month. So with $12 a share, that's going to buy 8.3 shares. And then the next month, he can buy a little bit less shares, and then a little bit less. And I guess you can imagine it just keeps going less and less. Less amount of shares. Of course, they're all worth more money. So now at this point, at the end of the year, all these shares are worth $17.54. So all we have to do is add all these shares up, and total number of shares is 82.2. If we just multiply the 82.2 times the $17.54 a share, then we get a total amount of $1,441.79. Now Jack already put in $1,200, so he's made a profit of $241.79. That's actually a 20% rate of return. So he's pretty excited about this. Let's just check out and see how Jill fared. Well, the first month she fared the same as Jack because she started off at $12 a share. But look at this, when this went down dramatically, she was able to buy more shares. And then again, she was able to even buy more shares. And then you can see, look, even right here, she was able to buy 25 shares just in 1 month. And then at the end of the year, if you add all these shares up, she actually had 161.7 shares. That's like pretty much double of Jack's shares. Now, of course, they're a little bit cheaper. They're all $12 a share. But if we just multiply the $12 times the 161.7, we're going to get $1,940. That's actually a profit of $740.40. This is actually a 62% rate of return. You've heard of optical illusions? I like to call this a financial illusion. So hopefully some of the points that you got from this example was, well, first of all, investments are supposed to be for the long term. So don't drive yourself crazy looking at the ups and downs in the stock market. And also, if you end up looking at your investment in the first place, pay attention more to your share accumulations instead of the cost of your shares. Because what the media tends to do is they report on the share is going up or the share is going down. That's what they report on. But what's more important is your share accumulation. Some other things that I think you should take out of this is that dollar cost averaging is sort of like gravity. It works whether you believe in it or not. Actually, some people may not even realize this, but if you're in a 401k plan, dollar cost averaging is working for you. Dollar cost averaging automatically ensures that you're going to buy more shares at a low price and less shares at a higher price in the long term. There's also a thing called automatic dollar cost averaging, basically without even adding any new money. If your investment is in an equity mutual fund, even if no new money is added, the dividends and the capital gains can be reinvested to buy more shares. And dollar cost averaging does not work in an interest-bearing account at the bank. That's an important thing to know. So basically, hopefully you can see now how if you didn't know dollar cost averaging and you didn't understand how it worked, you might just be tempted to pull all your money out of the stock market or at least stop investing whenever there's a major stock market dive. But hopefully not you. Hopefully you know a little bit better because of listening to this, that when the market is low, you can buy more shares, and then when the market comes back up, your investment can grow exponentially. And I just want to leave you with one thought. Next time you hear of a big stock market decline, why don't you think of it more as an opportunity and less of a crisis. Thank you.
I think we all learned something from his research. I did.